guys so much for letting us do this and coming out to hear so many diverse, talented writers. I'm jazzed. You guys are rad for putting up with us. And I am both honored and fucking terrified to be the last person reading now, especially reading the excerpt I am, which is an excerpt from my novel, The Green Kangaroos, which is based in Baltimore, albeit in the year 2099. We are following my main character, Perry Sampson, who is a drug addict, addicted to a drug called Atlas, which can be taken both in powder form and liquid form, and he prefers it injected straight into his nutsack. So that's a nice setup for you right here. We are dropping you right in, basically in the middle of the novel here, when he has just escaped from rehab at Springfield Hospital in Sykesville, Maryland. Anyone aware of Springfield? It's sitting very scarily in disrepair right now, but in 2099 they've got it back up and running. And Perry has just escaped and found a house in the woods. So let's see what happens to Perry there, shall we? All right. As we ascend the stairs, I get a glimpse into every open room. The occupants are a healthy mix of unhealthy people acting like vacuums. With powder and peckers disappearing into their respective holes, the second floor is a suckfest. Both men and women are hard at work, screwing, shooting, snorting, and smiling like death is just a mouse fart compared to the big bang of an intoxicated life. Webs and their weavers wait around every bend, stretched across railings and entrenched in every corner. With the amount of spiders and insects in residence, it makes me wonder who really runs the house. The moment my foot hits the top level, a wave of women floods over me. Several are obvious pot stickers. Gouged and titless bodies press against me as I make my way to the guarded room ahead. But there are pristine bodies too. Silky, supple women with dick-sucking lips make it tough for me to walk past. Their hands play with the atlas in my brain, tickling my high with every stroke. They're begging for it. It being my swollen wallet, not my gradually swelling cock. But the drug suggests me they're after, and it's been years since their last worthwhile fuck. A hand moves over my erection, raking my jeans with promise. Forget how long it's been for them. It's been way too long for me. I wonder what it would take, what it would cost, my brain reminds me, to grab the hottest girl, press her against the railing, and fuck her till she comes blood. I bust out of the sea of women. The boarder is drowned in it. He's on the floor, jerking off while a few of the chicks kick him with their scuffed, holy hooker boots. I try to rescue him, but one of the guards grabs me by the arm and tows me away. I'm thrown into a room trimmed with Chinese lanterns and smoke. The walls are like glossy chocolate, but the ceiling is what catches my eye. Each panel of ceiling is a door, complete with ebony brackets and handles. Most are identical, but some appear to be from different eras. I'm tempted to ask if they open, but something about the vibe in here makes me think I shouldn't speak until spoken to. Piles of pillows serve as furniture that line the perimeter, covered with scantily clad men and women. Upon a plush scarlet chair commanding the center of the room, a man I assume to be the notorious Benito observes us with gratifying malice. The men and women attend to his every need, which is good because the guy doesn't appear to have any arms. Half of his skull is gold-plated. I think it's an accessory at first, but the screws make me think it's functional. He shows me a matching row of gold teeth as he dons a grin of opportunity and intimidation. I know that look from the dealers in Snake Hill, like he's seeing a cow before slaughter. To Benito, I'm no more than breathing beef. "Welcome to my house," he says with musical amiability. "You came with my nephew, didn't you? I gotta tell you, kid, it's not a good sign." I don't even know the guy. He said he knew a place that had drugs and pussy. What am I supposed to do? Say no? Benito smiles. When he waves his right stump, I notice a silver hole in the end. A man in skimpy bikini bottoms brings over a silver rod that he screws into Benito's arm. Martini, he says. The man presses a few buttons and the rod hums. As it elongates, silver twigs branch out from the shaft, flattening and meshing until it takes the shape of a martini glass. The stem adjusts as he moves, keeping the bowl of the chalice upright. The chick with the watermelon tits pours vodka into the glass and waits for Benito to sigh in satisfaction before backing away. "You don't have any money," he says to me. "No, sir." "And you don't look desperate enough to pay me in other ways." "Oh, I'm desperate. I'm just high on some shit Border gave me. Before that, I hadn't had a hit in weeks. Once this buzz is gone, I'm fucked." Benito raises his eyebrows. "Look, there are things I'd rather nod through than think about, okay? Had a bad run. You wouldn't be here if you hadn't. But you won't nod on my shit. I like my house alert." "Hey, I'll take alert. I just don't want to feel sick." Benito stands. I only then realize how ripped the guy is. The layers of fur made him look pudgy, but there isn't an ounce of fat on his body. The two women who peel off his coats and scarves further prove it, giving me a full view of his caramel washboard. It's impressive, but I don't need the show. Nor do I need the women to unbutton his pants. I hold up my hand, looking around. "Wait a minute, what's going on?" "Your payment, Mr. Benito pulls a shit-eating grin. "What's your name? I'll call it out while you're sucking my dick." My stomach shakes as if trying to hide behind my kidneys, and an acidic rocket shoots up my throat when I croak, "Perry." "Is this going to be a problem, Perry?" Benito asks. His pants hit the floor with an ominous clang. "Are you serious? You want me to..." His cock bobs its reply. "Fuck, no, it's not worth it." "It's not worth a bottle of raw Atlas, one night of free pussy, and a place to call home?" "Home? For as long as you're useful to me, as long as you provide a service, I'll allow you to stay in my house whenever you want. I'm not blowing you every time I want to hit, man." "Well, I'm flattered you'd cook up that little scenario, but that's not what I mean. I mean..." He steps toward me, his dick rising. "You can bring me new customers, Perry. I'll pay you for that. You can fuck my female clientele. I'll pay you for that. You can sell my shit on the street. I'll pay you for that. You get me, kid?" "Why me?" "I guess you kind of remind me of myself. You look like you could use a break," he says. "I bet no matter how hard you try to impress people, they never raise more than an eyebrow. Am I wrong?" Of course he's not wrong. I spent my life in Trevor's shadow, which was only made darker by his death. And Nadine, whose shadow was never big enough to cover me, stole so much of the spotlight I hardly felt bright at all. No matter what anyone tells you, the middle is a dark fucking place to be. "I don't need a diagnosis," I said. "I need a fucking hit." Benito looks over at a rosy-cheeked brunette who slips a bottle of Atlas out of the leather case on her belt. "For a small fee, you can have the whole bottle." "Well, it's not exactly small." Benito swings his dick for the hooting servants. My eyes follow the fleshy pendulum, bringing up the acid again. "Can I get high first?" I ask, trembling. Benito laughs. "Oh, you poor kid. Is this your first time?" I stare at the floor and shake my head, heavy with memories that leave a bad taste in my mouth. I can't look Benito in the face, especially when he laughs. "Give him the hit," he says to the brunette. She punctures the bottle with a needle and draws up the precious liquid. It looks like gold when she hands it to me. I know where I'd like to shoot it, but the thought of tapping my testicles in front of so many beautiful strangers unnerves me. Then again, I am about to go down on a guy in front of them. My hand jumps to my zipper. If Benito's dick is going in my balls, going in my mouth, this needle is going in my balls. I pull out the entire package, pretending the reactions are titillation. I plunge the needle into my flesh, but I don't push the plunger right away. I savor the sting of penetration, and how every subtle tug of the delicate skin feels much larger. Then, with a beautiful world resting on the strength of my thumb, I push the atlas inside. Charging through my sack like a wild horse, it instantly hardens my cock, and my balls drop to my knees in jubilant prayer as the high takes hold. The Iron Men cheer for free at last. Thank God for Atlas. We're free at last. Thank you.
I spent at least 3/4 of that time trying to think of a funny joke to come back, and nothing can top any of that, so I'm not even going to try. But that is our last reader. Thank you everyone so much for coming out. Thank you everyone. Thank you all of our readers, bartenders, everyone. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we can do it sometime soon. We've got books in the back. Come talk to us. Go check my tacos. Thank you.